Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk you through how I set up my 4-string cigar box guitar. I get this question a lot, and I thought it would just be nice to do a blanket video of the basics. What gauge strings I use and how I tune it. There's so many variables when it comes to string type and tuning, so to keep this video from being 17 hours long, I'm going to keep it very basic. I'm not going to get into brands. I'm just going to talk about the gauge, and basically any brand you can get your hands on. If you find the gauges that are appropriate, you'll be in good shape. So I personally prefer a heavier string, not super heavy, but I just don't like very light strings, especially when you're going to play the slide. I think the slide sounds better on a heavier string. I'm going to start by putting this picture up here. What I'm showing you here is the gauge of strings I use on a standard 6-string, and then how I take the middle portion of that for my 4-string guitar. There are ways you can get a hold of sets of just 4 for your cigar box guitar, but if you're not able to get your hands on those specific strings, you can always pick up a standard pack of strings that you would put on a 6-string and just pull out the 4 in the middle. So my top string closest to me, the heavier string, is going to be the 38. The second string is the 28, then I have an 18 plain, and then the highest, lightest string is a 14. As I mentioned earlier, I like a heavier string for a few reasons. One is the tone you get when you use the slide, and the second is the tuning. A little heavier string means you can tune a little bit lower because the tension's going to stay greater, as opposed to a thinner string. If you make it lower in pitch, it's going to tend to wobble and not be tight enough to play the slide on. Okay, now that we've talked about the gauge of the strings, let's talk about tuning. And today I'm strictly talking about how I tune this 4-string. And there's multiple ways to tune, I'm very aware, but I'm just going to tell you what I do and why. I keep my low string at B. The second string is the 5th, F sharp. And then I do B, again, the root, B. And then on my very top string, the high string, I keep that one at D sharp. Altogether, it sounds like a B major. By keeping the top string to D sharp, which is the major third of the key of B, I get lead-in notes for sounds like this. Well, there you go. My choice of string gauge and tuning for the cigar box guitar 4-string. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with all your cigar box guitar friends and builders. On your way out, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos on tutorials, tips, and tricks. See you next time.